Hey guys, so today I'm going to be just showing you how to use or how the Wi-Fi watering system by Wireless Hydroponics works and a little bit about it. The system itself includes everything you need to fully automate the watering process for up to 4 plants. This has already been opened, but I'll give you an idea of what that means by includes everything. It's a bit of a mess now. What's in here is tubing. I think you get 15 or 20 feet, more than enough for most scenarios. There's also a smaller gauge tubing, which I'll show you after this. Some instructions on how to set up the Wi-Fi adapter. This came with zip ties, and the flow valve adapter thing came inside there. It comes with some instructions. Basically, just some information. I think it's like 10 pages long. Has all the information you need for maintenance, how to use it, where to go for help, some phone numbers for customer support, all that stuff. It also comes with the Wi-Fi adapter. Now, the cool thing about this Wi-Fi adapter here is that it stores all the information on it directly. So once you use your phone app and you sync it up with this adapter here, let's say you programmed a schedule. Monday, water for 20 seconds. Tuesday, water 2 times for 30 seconds. Friday, water 10 seconds only. This system here doesn't need Wi-Fi after it's initially set up. That means that this stores all the information on it. It doesn't need Wi-Fi after that of its own. It doesn't need anything except for electricity there. Now, if you do want to do anything wirelessly, let's say you're backpacking out in Bali, you think your plants are getting a bit bigger now, and it's time to give them more water. All you need to do is go connect to the internet out in Bali or use your data plan, whatever, and you can either turn on a watering like manually, just push the button and it'll automatically start watering, or you can set up, you can set up like a new schedule or modify your old one. Instead of 30 seconds, maybe you want to put it at 45 seconds or 5 minutes or an hour, whatever you choose, you do that. So in the link below, I'll put a link to my video where I set up this adapter with your phone. It works for iOS or Android. It's honestly one of the best things you can have for this situation. I'm going to plug this in because it takes like 30 seconds to get started. Hold on. Alright, and then what else you get in here is, give me a second, a bit tangled. You get this flow valve. So this is stainless steel. You're not going to have to worry about it rusting, any problems like that. You'll also notice that it's kind of like, I don't know what you call it. It's one of those things where once you put the thing on, it's not going to come out. Like you can go for it, it's not going to come out. And the vertical position here is on, horizontal is off. You can change it as you please. One thing you got to note is that whenever adding or subtracting a plant, so basically opening a new valve, you're going to need to recalculate how much water is coming out of here by putting the hose into an empty 1 liter bottle and timing how long it takes to fill. Because every time you open up a new valve, the pressure coming from here is getting divided, or when you're closing one, it's getting added onto here. So basically, this one's going to become more powerful or less powerful depending on how many plants or whatever you have. So this here, basically this goes directly to your plant. This part here basically gets you to the pump. This is a little adapter for the pump. I actually found this the most difficult part of the setup process, getting that in there. But once it's in there for good. It also comes with some little mini zip ties. So you can actually zip tie them when you're done, it's set up, you think it's going to be a permanent thing. You just zip tie it super tight on here, as well as over here, just to make sure it doesn't come apart. Here's your pump. You'll notice it has 3 suction cup thingies to stick to the bottom of your reservoir, and a little flow valve. This will adjust how much pressure or how fast the water comes out of here. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. Give me a moment. So I just pass it through the wire slot in my grow tent, plug it directly into the Wi-Fi adapter, And then I take this, connect these two. So this is the pump. You're going to connect the flow splitter into the pump. So just put it in there, and you'll see that these fit pretty much perfectly. There's almost no gap in between them. And that's exactly what you want to see. If they're, I mean, make sure you check that you want a little tiny gap here, but you don't want no gap at all, because that probably means you push this too far, and you want everything to fit snugly. So now I'll take this. My reservoir is really tiny. I usually use a 200-liter barrel, but for this video I'll use a pot of water. Yeah, so I stick that on there, and then you take this, put it right near the stalk or stem of your plant, and yeah, like I said, the coolest part about it is that when you put the watering pipe directly into the soil here, the coolest part is that the water fills up all the soil, it kind of permeates everywhere, everything gets water except for the top. It doesn't get as damp as anything under anything under 1 inch below topsoil. So the topsoil being dryish is really good for preventing fungus gnats or whatever else you may have. Yeah, so I'm actually going to cut away because I need to turn on the system, and I'm recording on my phone, so give me 1 second, we'll be back. Okay, I actually forgot there's a manual button also on the Wi-Fi controller, so I'm just pushing that. And you'll notice, now I turned it on here. Once you turn it on, it's actually going to take a second to get going. Oh. So just make sure you factor that into your waterings. Also, you're going to want to clamp this onto your smart pot or your normal pot. But one way or the other, you want to make sure this is sturdy, especially if you're leaving, because you don't want it to fall out midway through and your babies don't get the water they need to live. So yeah, right now, basically this is pumping water through there, and this is coming out here. It doesn't come out too fast. You can change the settings on your pump itself, but in my opinion, the slower the water comes out, the more accurate it is. So I'd rather have a longer, like let's say 1 minute watering, rather than a 10-second watering, which is extremely inconsistent. Here, I'll also show you guys this. When you turn a valve over there, you open up more water. Now, I'm gonna do the same thing again, and again. Now you notice all 3 of them, 4 of them I guess, are pumping out much less water. Every time I turn one up, the water level gets a bit higher on it. So like I said, you need to recalibrate every time you add or subtract a new plant. Now you can have all 4 of these going into the same pot. You can have them going into different plants. You have more than enough tubing in the kit otherwise. I think that's it. So I'm going to actually take this off the tripod and show you guys a little up close of everything. So let's go from the top. It connects to the Wi-Fi adapter, goes into a plug, which connects to your phone, all that. This is the pump that plugs into the Wi-Fi adapter. The pump over there, the pump over here has your suction cups, has your power setting to make sure it's accurate. So that basically controls how fast or how much pressure is coming out of the water. Then this goes into the 4-way flow valve here, and these in a vertical position are on, in the horizontal position are off. These connect to your tubing here. Your tubing goes into your plant. Your plant gets the water it needs. You can program it from anywhere. The best advice I say is invest in a decent sized reservoir. Go to Walmart, grab one of those big tub things, and that should have more than enough. Like in most scenarios, that should have at least a week worth of water in it. Maybe more, maybe less, depending on the size of your plants, what you prefer, all that. And this plant, when I was using it with it, turned out great. It doesn't look so right now, but I just cropped out a few days back. But yeah, I mean, that's basically the system. If you guys have any questions, just let me know below. Cheers. Hey guys, so now I'm actually, I just set up, I think for 1:46 in the morning, I set the system up to turn on for I think 10 or 15 seconds, then turn off for 5, and then turn on for another 10 seconds. I'm also just gonna go into airplane mode here, just to show you guys, you don't need Wi-Fi, you don't need anything like that. It works on its own. Once you program it, it's ready to go. You don't have to be connected. As long as the Wi-Fi adapter is plugged in, you're going to be in business there. So any second, in about 10 seconds or so, it should, oh, here we go, just turned on. I hear it. And the water is coming. I think it was set for 15 seconds the first one, and then it'll be turning off. And now it just turned off. You'll hear a click from the adapter itself every time it, oh, now it's on again for 10 seconds, and then it's going to turn off, and that's it. But yeah, you'll hear a click from the adapter itself, the Wi-Fi adapter, whenever it turns on or off. It's a good way to confirm. There's also an LED light which is going to be on the adapter itself, which will let you know basically how it's going, if it's on, off, whatever the status is. When you're pairing it with your phone via Wi-Fi, it'll flash, or I can't remember exactly what it does, but it'll let you know that basically that the thing is connected, it is turning on, it is turning off. That's always a nice one. Yeah, that's just a little quick example of an automation system which I set up just really quick at 1:46 in the morning. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.